Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Den. This is episode number 143 and today is December 17th. It's Wednesday. I didn't record yesterday. The days are going so fast. I didn't have any notes written, had some errands to run, so I thought I'd just leave it until today. So here I am. How are you guys? 1 week today and it's Christmas Eve. Are you ready? I kind of am. It's, not too much stress going on here. I never have that much to do because there's only just the three of us and the puppies. So everything's going well. Do you have your cuppa? I'm back home today. See, this time of year, I do get a little bit homesick, and that chocolate smells delicious. You know why? Because it's not the Hershey's or whoever makes it over here. It's an English Kit Kat. I got 2 of them this week in the mail, and I'll show you what I got them with later on. So, in my mug is just coffee today, Talia. Excuse me. Let's start off with some hellos and welcomes. I haven't even said who I am, so little Miss Fluff Bindi is not here. She's decided to stay downstairs in the hallway there. I don't know why. But my name is Denise. I'm also known as Knitting Den on Ravelry and Instagram. If you're new to watching the podcast, welcome, hi, and thanks for joining us. And if you haven't already done so, go over and join the Ravelry group too. Join us every week if you can. Love having you here. And welcome back to everybody else, all my friends. Couple or 2 special welcomes, and I don't know, it's distracting me actually looking at myself with this Santa hat on, but yes, I'm getting a bit distracted. I want to say hi to everyone that joined the Ravelry group, thank you, and especially to Kay. Hi Kay, who's Blueberry Chick, what a sweet name. Does that mean you like blueberries? And you're in South Carolina. Thanks for joining the group, Kay. And thank you to you and everyone that I'm going to say hi to now for leaving an introduction. To Carrie, who is Carrie, it's 22. It sounds like Carrie, but it's spelled Carrie. So, hi Carrie. Now, Carrie's got a podcast as well. It's a new one, and I think I started watching it the other day and didn't get very far. So, it's on my list. It's Carrie Crafts. If you haven't checked out Carrie's podcast, I'm sure she's on YouTube, and I'm going to try and put links to the podcasts I mention. Yeah, I'll try. And Bindi wanted to say hi to Audrey, and that is Carrie's little black Pomeranian. I want to say hi to Garrett and Sarah. Sarah is his wife. Garrett's Imperial Knits on Ravelry. I think you got a slightly different name on Instagram, but I do see you posting all the time. Hi to Garrett. They are both in Canada, obviously, this is his wife. They're in Canada. And Sarah has a podcast as well. And I've been trying to have a bit of a marathon and watch Sarah, because I think she's only on to episode 8 or so, so I want to try and catch up. So hi to Sarah. And it's the Canadian Knitter, I think. But really enjoyed watching your first one. So I'm looking forward to getting to know you. Excuse me, itchy nose. I want to say hi to Andrea, who is Happiness Party, and she's in Ohio, but she's moving back to Colorado. I can't remember when you said. Is it next spring? And whereabouts? You're going to have to tell us where you're moving to. I mean, Colorado's kind of big, I guess. Doesn't necessarily have to be Denver right next to me, but let me know where you're going to be. Okay, and that's everyone who joined and said hi in the group. I did make a few I put a few names down here, and please forgive me if I miss anyone out. I'm going to miss a lot of you out, because sometimes you don't say the names of your little fur babies, and I've just forgot if you did say names. I didn't go through everyone's messages. But Bindi and Boo wanted to say hi and Merry Christmas to Einstein and Freddie and Stanley and Missy Moo and Audrey and Meow and Pumpkin and Piper's mom's two Westies. He didn't tell me what they were called. And Molly Munch's two puppies, a terrier and a Westie too. And I think I might need to open a thread so everyone can show me pictures and they can say hi to Bindi and Boo and get to know your fur babies, because especially Bindi. Boo doesn't tend to hang around me too much, but Bindi is quite attached to me, so she's a big part of this show most of the time, as she's normally sitting behind me, and it's strange not actually having her in the room. So hello to everyone, and I hope you little fur babies, have you been good this year? Are you on the nice list or the naughty list? And is Santa Paws going to bring you lots of goodies? You'll have to let us know. Alright, before we move in, I've got a little bit of knitting to show you, not too much, and I don't know how long I'm going to keep this hat on. It's irritating me, kind of just feels strange, and plus it's very distracting. Ooh, not supposed to let things distract you, are you? Anyway, before we move into some of the knitting that I have a quick thank you. I was sent a pattern this week as a little Christmas gift. Now, where did I put it? See that I didn't keep it up. And I didn't ask permission if I should say the name, so I'm not going to say the full name, not going to say the Ravelry name, but I do personally want to thank Marie, that's not her full name, for this pattern. And I really think 2015 should be the year of the yawl for me. Why do I do that? Yes, the year of the yawl. The year of the shawl is obviously what I'm trying to say, because I really do, I would like to, there's so many shawls I want to knit, and Marie sent me this pattern, which I think was in my queue, Andrea's Shawl, and it's by Kirsten Kapoor. Is that how you say her name? So thank you, Marie, and I really want to consider getting some shawls on the needles, and I don't think I need to just do one and then finish it before I cast on another. I wouldn't mind having a few to just knit and swap and change and pick up when you get a little bit bored with the one you're knitting. I have to plan on that. Okay, so I didn't bring them up. I'm going to have to pause. I have a little something that left the den. Hang on, I shall be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so leaving the den this week. I got him finished. This is Rodney. Yes, it's not Rudolph. It is Rodney. And I made him a little hangy ornament. I've put a little tag on, so he's going to hang on the tree with some of the knitted toys. I did leave his legs like I sewed them on so he swivels. So if I wanted to sit him up, I could have, but he probably won't be sitting because, as I said, he's going to be on the tree. So I had to use some beads for his eyes because I lost one of the buttons that came with the kit, and I don't think I have the little packet there. This was a little kit with one of the English knitting magazines. So Rodney is finished. It wasn't too bad. It's just I tend to get a little bored when I start toys, and I just think his nose is kind of sitting cockeyed too. But I'm always happy when they're finished, and I tend not to make too many with little, lots of arms and legs. And so he's done. He's leaving the den. He was on the tree, so I had to go grab him. But I'm sitting there now. He's sitting now, and you can't see. Can you see? No, you can't. There you go. Look, he's sitting with an elf on the shelf. That. Let me grab him. Mind you don't fall, Rodney. This, I guess, is my little buddy the elf. He's a little bit, yeah. Oh look, we match. This pattern is from, now hang on, I get all the names right. The Giving Flower Kimberly. She has the Giving Flower podcast, I think, still. I'm behind on lots of podcasts. This was her pattern. I don't think the one she made, she did call it Elf on the Shelf. I don't think he was this big. I used worsted weight yarn. I think I made him a couple of years ago actually, and he's always on the shelf down in the office, to be honest. He doesn't go away. I've never packed him away. But he is, can you feel? He's got a bag of rice in his bum so that he sits, you know, he's heavy on the bottom and he sits, but his head was just a little bit wobbly. But he doesn't wobble when he's on the shelf. So I brought him up to sit with us. Not that you can see him much there. You can see his little head, I guess. All right, moving on. Let's jump straight into the den. And let's have a bite of Kit Kat first. Okay. What was I working on? Okay. I have tried to spread the love this week. Hang on. And do a little bit of knitting on a few works in progress. Yes, the knit along is over. So did not want to knit the second sock, the second mitten, but I started it. Oh goodness, and look at the mess. How much green yarn have I got waste? I did get quite a bit done, look. And it looks so skinny, but... And I've put the thumb on waste yarn. This is the Bella's Mittens Pattern. And I was trying to knit it for Danny's knit along from the Little Bobbins Knits podcast, and I'm determined to get it finished. It's not taking too long. In fact, I did this all in one sitting while we watched The Matrix the other night. Hubby was talking to Kristen about The Matrix and stuff. She'd asked what The Matrix was. So we decided to watch the movie. I definitely want it finished in the next week because they are super warm and I'm going to definitely wear these. To be honest, I don't really have a pair of mittens that I've knit myself that I wear. I have fingerless mittens which don't really keep my fingers warm, and I have one other pair, but I don't like wearing them because I knit them with some... I want to say some Angora. It was the yarn I knit the Rocky Coast cardigan in. It was like an aqua blue. I can't wear that cardigan either because the yarn is just ridiculous. It sheds so much, it's not even funny. And so you just can't touch anything. It was a waste. I've never worn the cardigan. It's still hanging in the closet. But making good progress on them. Bella's Mittens, free pattern on Ravelry. This was yarn I bought at Estes Park. It's like a thick and thin. Don't really know what else to tell you. Not a lot. I'm using my carbons. And I think I'm doing a size 5. Yeah, I'm using a US 5. And it seemed very small, but I could get it on, and once I block it, it's, you know, it relaxes a lot, and they're quite comfortable. The first one is quite comfortable. So I gave a little love to that, and hopefully I will have a finished object, or a finished pair next week. I also, I don't have, hang on a minute, let me see if I've got the book. For those that might be tuning in for the first time, I'm knitting this shawl, botanical knits too, and I really want to, I don't want this to be on the needles for months and months. So I do pick this up every chance I get, because right now it's just plain knitting, it's not a lacy shawl as you can see. used a bigger cable. I'm now onto a 32-inch cable, I think, and I'm again using carbons. These are my new favourite needles. It's a bit twisted. And I think that's probably where I was last week, so I've done a good couple of inches. You know, Bindy's whining, so I think she might need to go out. So I'm going to have to stop and I'll be back again. I'm worn out. She didn't want to go pee. She's whining because hubby's gone out for a walk and didn't take her. We actually got snow this week, forgot to mention that. It's kind of melting, there's not a lot to see outside. So he went out for a walk while I was doing this. Yes, Bindy, I'm actually out of breath. But everybody likes to see you. So, here you are. Alright, let's get on. You want to go on the bed? There you go. Go lie down. Oh, yeah, don't just... Seriously? You're sitting on Rodney. I'm here. You're going to say that? Okay, there she is. You're going to sit with the guys? You're going to sit, guys? There's... Who's that? Alright, sorry, I would pick her up, but I was trying to show you this. You just sit there. You want to come on my knee? You're being a pest. Alright, sit down. So, gosh. Trying to get as much of that done as I can. And as I said, easy knitting, so I should try to keep picking it up over the Christmas holidays, vacation. Christmas vacation. And another thing, I'll just show you this quickly. I need to get more yarn. Where's the yarn? I've got no more yarn left. This is the third square. I finished the second square of my log cabin blanket. So now I have two. And I'm really enjoying knitting on this. It's quite, this fabric, this yarn, Hobby Lobby's, I love this yarn, the acrylic. It's super soft and squishy when you do the garter stitch. I'm just going to have to get some more, but I haven't been over to Hobby Lobby and it's like a half-hour drive away for me. So, worked on that a little. And then, got to show you this. I have, and I can't remember if this is what Kay called it, Kay, who was Bryony Bear from the Bakery Bears podcast. I think she had a bag of shame in the last episode they did. I think that's what she called it. I'm not sure if it was Project of Shame. I'm sure it was just a bag of shame. And in that bag she had a very old project. So I have made a bag of shame. This is my Knitting Den drawstring bag that I made from some fabric I had printed with my name, you know, the yarn and name logo. And inside I've put this project. And you saw it. Can't remember when the last time I showed you it, but it is nearly a year old. In fact, 1 week today on Christmas Eve. No, Christmas Day is when it got cast on, I guess. It arrived 1 week from today on Christmas Eve, a year ago. And I cast on, and it's called Avalon. And it's a stole. I want to call it a stole because it's, you know, it's just a very long triangular pattern. I decided I'd pick it up. Sorry, Bindy. Yes, you're getting. And I decided to start using this. This is Knitter's Pride. Can you get down then? Go on. This is the Knitter's Pride pattern, magnet pattern thing. And the pattern is, oh goodness, Bindy. It was this, it's a paid for pattern. It's called Avalon by Nadia Cretin-Lechen. Don't know if I'm saying that right. It was gifted to me last Christmas, and Bindy, hold on. You're being a little pest. It's a little pest. It was gifted to me last Christmas and I cast on Christmas Day. I do like to cast on something new, sorry for the Velcro, on Christmas Day, and I'm not sure, I haven't got anything picked yet for this year. But what I wanted to say was, it took me a whole year to do kind of the two, I think it's just one repeat. Say from there, like the bottom row of triangles, and then this is the second row. And yesterday I did practically half of another repeat. And the reason I did that fairly quickly is because I decided to use the chart. Now, as I said, it's a paid for pattern, so I don't want to hold it up too long. I was using the pattern, and I often like just reading each row, knit 2, yarn over, purl, blah blah. I usually like that, but this, for some reason, it was just really slow going. And then I looked and said, why are you not using the charts? Because I can read charts and I don't mind doing that. And it's much simpler because I can see visually. As I said, I don't want to show you it again. We'll just let it glare. I can just see visually a lot better, like the gap and how many stitches, and how many is in the repeat and how many is on the end. I just felt like I was flying through that yesterday. I could even watch TV doing it. Make sure that's recording. This is the first time I've used this thing since I got it. So you click that in there and it just sits on the bed with me. So I'm determined to start making progress each week on this beautiful stole. I'm hoping to block it out quite a bit, because I have cast on the amount of stitches needed for the stole and not the scarf. But I've probably gone down a needle size to what it suggests because I am a loose knitter, so I don't know. Either way, it's gorgeous, nice and soft, and in my bag of shame I should have, and I haven't, so it must be in another bag. I have to find the, it was in another bag, so I need to find the yarn label and stuff for next time. So that got some work on it, and I plan on working on it quite a bit. Still doesn't mean I don't want to cast on something new on Christmas Day though. So I think twisting around, that's everything I've kind of worked on. Ooh. Would you like a chocolate? After many weeks, my milk tray that I ordered off Amazon, which I thought was coming from the States, arrived because it was being shipped from England. And as you can see, we've already eaten the top layer, but what's wonderful, until they're all falling out, so let me pop them in. You get another whole layer as a double layer. And they smell delicious. Now Sue on Instagram told me that, she said the sad part was she could name every single chocolate because, you know, it's got a diagram here of what they are. She didn't need that diagram. She could tell you what each centre is in here. Which I, quite frankly, don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. I think that's quite an art. You should be proud of yourself, Sue. I can name quite a lot of them, but I think there's a couple of new ones in there since I used to get them back home. Okay, moving on. Book talk. Yep, I have some talkie. Where is it? Oh, I did start this. Got to get some reading in over Christmas. This is for the Neighbourhoods Book Club. The Light Between Oceans. About a light keeper, and he's married, and one day there's a boat washes up on shore, and there's a guy in who has died, and there's a little baby, and it's alive and crying, and the wifey wants to keep the baby. Excuse me, because from what I can gather from the first couple of chapters, she wasn't able to have children, or she's kind of miscarried or something like that. I must get that read over the Christmas break, because the meeting in January is going to be like the first week. Actually, it'll be the following week, because for the 1st of January is going to be a Thursday. It's always the first Wednesday of the month, so it's going to run into the following week. But I think that sounds like a pretty nice read. Now, the Kit Kats came with one of my magazines that I get sent, that I swap, and it's this one. So thank you, Michelle, for sending this from England, and for the yummy Kit Kats. I got 2 of them in there. I just love this Let's Knit magazine. It's come with another little extra magazine with some knitting patterns in it, or gifts, and Rodney was out of this magazine a couple of months ago, and then prior to that there was another one, I haven't knit yet, and this one came with it as well. So this little kit is, you know, you can make a little mouse or a heart, it's colour work, or a baby hat, gives you the yarn. And oh, this has got so many fun patterns in it, because it's the Christmas one. Look, I could even knit my hat for next year. Santa hat. And and he's just the cutest little puppy. What else was there in? Again, I never flag it. Oh, it does. It's not on the front. Where is it? They've got some little dolls. What do you call them? Matryoshka? I always want to call them Russian dolls. That's what I say. Russian dolls, where they all fit inside each other. So they've got a cute little pattern for that. See what else. If there's lots I went through and would knit. That's a cute little purse with you put a zip on. I am quite in the mood for some colour work, and I actually wanted to knit that headband that Kay was wearing the other week with colour work in, but the book she got the pattern from, called Stranded Knits, it's not in print, or it's just unavailable. I can't get it on Amazon. I don't know where to get it. Nobody can get it right now, so I couldn't knit that one. Let's see what else. It's mainly the toys in this issue, because I wouldn't really knit that. I do like that colour green, but I don't think that's going to be one of the knits on my list for 2015. Well, there's a nice big long scarf. That's something I would consider. I want something like that. Kind of scarf hood. It's cabled, but mind you, it's going to be very long and probably very time consuming. There's some more colour work for a hat and scarf. So I really enjoyed, I haven't read it all the way through. I like to just flick through first of all. There's Barbara Prime's Little Bunny Rabbits. I think I have her pattern for one of the rabbits. And where? Oh, here it is. I was like, there is. I know Zena from Little Yellow Uke podcast. Zena in England is knitting her son a sweater with Rudolph on the front, and she chose the sweater mainly for the, you know, the pattern of Rudolph. He wants stars on it and everything. But I saw this one in here, and Zena, I had to show you this because, to be quite honest, I think this looks kind of like a very angry reindeer. Oh, kind of mean. Doesn't it look mean? It's not a very happy face. It looks like it's frowning. Very angry reindeer. I just thought that was strange. I'm like, I would not want to knit that one. Rather strange. Anyway, so that came on the first page. Look, you can see lots of everything in it. And this one was some quite nice gifts. I like these slippers. This is a pretty scarf or shawlette. There's a nice little cable pom-pom hat. So I was just enjoying that. So thanks again, Michelle. Love swapping with you. There is an Instagram. There is an Interweaves Knits magazine in the mail. Hopefully not taking too long to get to you. It's the winter edition. Okay, moving on. Show and tell. Well, I was showing you that, but it's kind of part of book talk. I showed you that I'm using my new thingy-me-bob, I can't think of what to call it, pattern keeper. And I showed you that I'm using a few of my carbons, my new needles. And I got some more. I ordered this set at my birthday, round about my birthday in October, from my LYS with birthday money, because I was enjoying that first set I got from my in-laws for my birthday. And I was like, ooh, I just need some in a bigger set. These are, the first pair I got said it was a starter kit, and they're the small needles and they only run up to a size 6. And so I decided I'd get these. Now this set is a midi, I think it's called a midi set, but there's only 4 in this one. There's not one missing, there's just 4 in this set. And it's from size 7, 8, 9 and a 10. That's a US. So from a 4.5 mil or to a 6 milli. Comes with about 2 or 3 cables. They're in here. This was from the other set, so I haven't opened them yet. But I've got to find something that I want to knit with 7s or 8s or something. I really do like these needles. They've got the silver tips. So that is a little show and tell, and the next show and tell will move me into knit along news. This is still not a definite though. So the knit along in January, coming up with Sarah and Matt from Apple Blossom and New podcast, Bindi. Got to keep my eye on her now. We're doing a joint knit along for January. I'm behind on episodes, so I haven't seen this week or last week. I don't know if Sarah's mentioned a start date. We weren't going to do the beginning of January. I'm thinking more like mid. So I'm going to pick like the 15th, see where that falls. I might just say the 15th because it's in the middle of the month. And we're knitting the Lawrence sweater. I did open up a thread. If you're interested in joining in and you want a really nice, I think it'll be a nice quick knit because it's worsted weight, it's got no sleeves, it does have a long cowl that folds down, but I think it might be a pretty quick knit, and I think we're doing it over 2 months. I did buy some yarn, I think I showed you the other week, and it was grey, but I didn't buy enough. So I went back down to my LYS. Actually, I got this when I picked up the carbons. And after talking to one of the girls, not the owner, saying that the wool or anything with alpaca or any kind of animal fibre, to be honest, irritates me a lot. I was going to look at more acrylic. I did consider I need to think about superwash wool, but I think I want to practice and just do a cowl on that before I do a huge sweater. I came up with cotton. It's Barocco's modern cotton, and it has rayon in it and 60% cotton. And it's kind of true to colour, it's just a nice lilac colour, but I don't know if I like it now. I don't know if I like it for this sweater. I'm thinking I might change my mind and get Barocco Vintage. I think this would be nice for something in the springtime. I need to swatch. I got enough yarn. I got 5 or 6 skeins of it. I think 6. I'm just not sure. I still haven't decided on the yarn. Don't know how Sarah's getting on, deciding what she's going to do either, because as I said, I'm a couple of episodes behind on everybody. Hoping to catch up in the Christmas holiday or Christmas break. So that was a little bit of show and tell and the knit along. I also want to, and I haven't decided on this either, I want to join in with Tilly Trout's Tea Cosy knit along, and that's starting in January, and that might be the middle of January as well, not sure on the exact date. But lots of things to start thinking about now. tomorrow is the last day of school before Christmas break. Friday the kids are not in school, so after tomorrow I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning for over 2 weeks. Until next year, to be honest. Actually, okay, so super excited about that. I am. Bindi, she's whining again. Just wait. I gotta check on her, hold on. She's still not to be trusted. Alright, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna have to rush this just because hubby's out and normally she's gonna whine. Come here then. I would just go say, keep hold of her. Come here. And every time I bend down, she'll run away. I'm not finished yet. 2 minutes. Okay, in the kitchen, just quickie chats. I have put the marzipan or almond paste on my cake. The almond flour worked really well because it is literally just ground up almonds. That's all that was in the bag says. That's the ingredients. So it worked well. Tasted and smelled like my mum's almond paste. It's on the cake, my Christmas cake. And this weekend I'm going to put the white icing on. And I think I'm not going to wait. My mum used to wait till Christmas Day. I'm not going to wait till Christmas Day to cut into it. I might even cut into it and show you a piece or have a little bit with my coffee or tea on the next podcast, which will probably be Tuesday. I don't think I'll be recording on Wednesday because that is Christmas Eve. So I will hopefully record on the usual day, Tuesday. So the cake's gone okay. That was what was happening in the kitchen. I did make more. I did a batch of cookies, absolutely yummy. The Nestle's cookie recipe online, chocolate chip cookies. And I made more shortbread. Cannot keep that thing in the kitchen. It just goes, there's only 3 of us and it goes within the day or the next morning. Absolutely delicious. And that is Delia Smith's shortbread recipe that Kay introduced us to. I'm also planning, I don't know what to have yet, but I've decided we're not having turkey. So I need to decide on what to have for Christmas dinner. Bindi, can you just hang on a second? Also going on in my kitchen is juicing. We've still been doing lots of juicing. I'll talk about that more in the new year when we're all in the mood for eating better and, you know, vegetables, fruit and all that. And that's about it. Can you hear her? I've got nothing in girly chatter other than the fact that we're all, you know, kind of getting ready for Christmas. I've got I think just about all of my shopping in. I've got to wrap up a few more presents. I've sent everything out that I need to, so no more trips to the post office. I'm kind of on top of everything that way. And really that's about it. That might have been a message. I don't know if you heard my phone, but it was buzzing there. So I'm going to wrap it up because I don't know if she does need to go out again. She's not to be trusted. If you don't watch her, she will go find a spot in the house to do her business. So I will wrap that up and guys, 1 week to Christmas, but I still get to record one more time before Santa comes, so I'll look forward to doing that next Tuesday. I hope you've enjoyed sitting down with me. Sorry if it was a little bit rushed. It's just because I've got so much stuff I need to be getting on with and I'm looking forward to, plus so much knitting I want to get done as well. None of them are gifts, but I just want to knit. So I'll go find out where little Missy Moo's gone. I wish you all a wonderful week. I hope it's not getting too stressful for you either. And I hope you do come back. I hope you've got time to come back and join me in the knitting den next week. Bye guys. I came out to video the porch and the Christmas lights, but the deer in the back, so I thought I'd take a few seconds. I think there's only 2. Oh no, there's 3. And they're just hanging out for supper. So let's go look at the Christmas lights and I'll start off outside. Boing, boing, boing. I've put some Christmas lights up on the porch this year, first time ever. Oops, it's going to be wobbly. So this is what it looks like. And we'll go straight into the house because it's a bit chilly. And lights around the door. And here we are coming into the hallway. That's where the puppies have gone. The tree in the living room. I have a few lights in the bathroom around the mirror. And just a little decor here. Naughty dogs, I'll just turn the sound down. So that's the dining room. We're coming into the living room. That's a reflection of the lights. And it's the family room tree. Another view, I'm in the kitchen now. It's my cookie jar. Dogs are loud because the deer are outside. See the lovely view, the sky's not too dark yet. I need to clean up the kitchen. These are my Santas. This one for the kitchen. I like to collect the Santas. And before we go over there, here's one of my favourites at the bar. With his glass of wine and his bottle. Not much over in the kitchen. It looks very orange and cosy on the screen with the lighting. We've got dinner in the oven right now. And clothes to put away, kitchen's a mess, but I have a little tree there, doing crafts on the table. Going up the stairs to my bedroom. I always like to look over. Do you need to go out, Bindi? Kristen's room down there, and here is my bedroom with the Christmas tree. I like that they reflect in the window as well. And I have a few on the bed.